back to Curator's Pick at Deere Family Homes. Recently, you saw the Butterworth home attic. Today, we're going to take a look at the Deere-Wiman House attic. The home was built in 1872 for Charles and Mary Deere. Charles was the son of John Deere and then became president of Deere and Company. Now, when the home was first built, we know that it had an attic. The newspaper account from that period said that the home was 3 floors and an attic above a basement. And you can see in this photograph that we can see the first, second, and third floor, and then maybe just small eyebrow windows that show us where the attic was. Now, in 1899, we know that there was a fire in the house. It started up here in the 3rd floor and damaged the roof. I think Charles Deere thought if we've got to rebuild the roof, we might as well update it to a more current style. And so in the second photograph here, you can see that the roof has completely changed, and they even did some additions to the house. And we can see way up at the top here, a little window vent that we still have today. So we don't think the roof or the attic changed in size much, but the roof was definitely replaced. And today when we go up to the attic, you'll see I'm not seeing any signs of a fire on any of the trusses and the wood supports. So I think they totally took off the old roof and put on a new one. Now, here on the 3rd floor, we look up at the attic and we see this trap door. Is that our only access to the attic? No, there is the stairs up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the attic and open that trap door up so you can look up to see what's above there. You'll find that there was a pulley system where you could pull up steamer trunks like these to store in the attic. Okay. Well, hi. Here you can see how this opens up, and you can see the pulley system up here attached to the roof. So the rope would come down, you'd hook it onto the trunk and pull those right up. I'm not going to make you come up by the pulley. We're going to come up by the staircase to see the attic. Okay. Hi, come on up the stairs and you'll see the Deere-Wiman House attic. Quite a bit more cluttered than the Butterworth attic is. I've cleaned a lot of things out of here, but there's still things up here that I don't have a place to store them, and so we've left them up. They won't be damaged or hurt up here. We have quite a few empty old steamer trunks, some old photography equipment. I've removed most of that, and a few odds and ends. But come on over and you can take a look down where the trunks used to be lowered. So we've seen where the trunks were pulled up into the attic. Let's look at a few other features of the attic. This area here, it seems to be kind of an insulated area, which makes me wonder if at one time there was a holding tank for water in the house. much like over at Butterworth Center, where we saw that attic tank that's no longer used, that was for the gravity flush for the toilets. This might have been a holding tank for water for the showers, the tubs down below, or for the toilets. At some point, that was taken out when we went on city water. But I think that's what that area was once used for. And the insulation helped keeping it from freezing during the winter time. Just nearby that is part of the engine works to the elevator that's here at Deere-Wiman House. We know that the elevator was installed by 1899. It might have been here before the fire, so I'm sure they had to put in new elevator mechanics after the fire, or maybe it came in right after the fire. But it still operates, and hopefully no one will start to use it while we're up here, because it gets a little loud up here. Now, as we span around the rest of our attic, we see just kind of a lot of junk that I haven't cleaned out yet, but there was no sign, I feel, of fire up in these wood supports in the roofing and truss. So this is all from after the fire. Just like in the Butterworth attic, the Deere-Wiman's house also had a cedar-lined closet. And much like Butterworth, it has the rings and the wiring all along the ceiling and walls for out-of-season linens and storage. We have some old carpet samples, nothing historic in here today. Well, thank you for joining us in this month's Curator's Pick. I hope you enjoyed touring the Deere-Wiman House attic. We learn a lot from those behind-the-scene places. How the attic was used to support the house, but also some of the interesting mechanical features and the architecture of the house. We'll hope to see you again next month when we tour another interesting space or artifact in the Deere family homes.